It smells really good, so as I always say, I'm sure it's going to taste really good as well. Oh yeah, that's delicious. I just had a piece of the potato, some of the pepper and the egg as well. It all mixes together really well, and you can. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen. And if you are new here, then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video, I want to share with you how to make my delicious cheese and chorizo omelette. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious cheese and chorizo omelette. So this recipe is really easy to do, and this is a great one for winter or for summer. This is one of those meals that you can cook off in the morning and store in the fridge until you want to eat it. So I love omelettes, and I especially love this one. This is a new favourite of ours, and the first thing I've done for this recipe is I've preheated my oven to about 180 degrees, and now what I'm going to do is I've peeled about 600 grams of potatoes. Now in the original recipe this serves 4, so I did do 800, but I'm only serving myself, my son and my husband today, so that's why I've only done 600. So it's got about 3/4 of the ingredients here. So I'm just going to pop the potatoes into the base of the baking tray, and I'm going to drizzle over a little bit of oil. Now you don't need much with a Pampered Chef baking tray, because these tend to cook food really evenly and make things go a lovely golden brown colour. So I'm just going to toss the potatoes in the oil like so until they are almost covered in all of the oil. And now I'm going to pop this into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until they start to go a nice golden brown colour. Next, I've grabbed myself a large pan, and I'm going to put oil, I'm going to put this onto a high heat, on the hob, and I'm going to put a little bit of oil into the base of the pan, like so. And I'm going to leave this pan to heat up, but before I go, I just wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really like this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and please feel free to leave any questions or comments that you have in the comment section below. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So as I said, I'm just going to leave the pan to heat up. The pan is getting nice and hot, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the chorizo to the base of the pan. So I've got about 180 grams of chorizo here, and I just scored it and removed the skin from it. You don't have to remove the skin if you don't want to, but we're not great fans of the skin. So I've removed the skin, and all I'm going to do is pop this into the base of the pan like so, and I'm going to fry the chorizo now until I start to see the oil in the base of the pan colour the same colour as the chorizo. So this shouldn't take too long. The oil should start to come out of the chorizo any moment. You don't want the pan too hot, so I'm just going to turn the heat down a little bit as well. And I did see a little bit of oil starting to come out of the chorizo. So it's starting to heat through nicely. So what I'm going to do now is, oh yeah, I can see the oil now starting to come out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the leek. So I have peeled and I've sliced the top and the bottom from the leek, and then I've just simply sliced the leek into about 1/2 centimetre pieces. I'm just going to pop that into the base of the pan as well. And I'm going to fry the leek with the chorizo, like so, and I'm going to keep frying this until it starts to soften. The leek has started to soften now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the pepper. So I have sliced the top from a red pepper, removed the core and the stalk and the seeds, and I have just simply sliced the flesh into like 1 centimetre pieces or 1/2 centimetre pieces, I'd say. It depends how chunky you like your pepper, will depend on how big of the pieces you like to put in, I suppose. So if you want them slightly bigger than we have them, then please make them bigger. And I'm going to fry the pepper with the chorizo and the leeks now. And this will take a little while to start to soften. This will probably take about 3 to 5 minutes, so keep persevering and it will start to soften. You only want it to soften ever so slightly because you are going to bake these ingredients in the oven, so it doesn't need to be too soft, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to continue to fry the pepper now, as I said, until it starts to slightly soften. The pepper has started to soften now as well, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my courgette. So I have peeled and grated 1 whole courgette. If you don't mind chunkier bits of courgette, then you can add them in just chopped up if you want to. I like it like this because A, my husband and son don't know it's in there, and B, it just tends to cook a lot quicker when you have just simply peeled and grated it. So that's why I like to grate the courgette. If you do decide to chop it into little pieces, then I would probably add it in at the same time as the pepper, because it will take a little while longer to cook, to be honest. But all you really want to do with the courgette as well is just basically to heat it through. And when it's grated like this, it heats through fairly quickly. As you can see, it started to start heating through. So while I wait for the potatoes to cook, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go and get ready to make the egg now, and I'm going to remove this from the heat and leave it to cool. I have cracked and whisked 4 large eggs, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the contents of the saucepan I was frying earlier into the egg mixture, like so. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that, and a little bit of pepper. So salt and pepper to your taste. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of nutritional yeast. Now this is my alternative to cheese. I can't really have dairy. It's not really good for me, so I always use nutritional yeast. It's not actually cheese, it doesn't melt like cheese, but it does taste very much like cheese, and it also makes everything really cheesy as well. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon, I'd say, of nutritional yeast to the mixture as well. And I'm going to just stir all of those ingredients together. And my potatoes have started to turn a lovely golden brown colour. They're not completely golden brown, but they've started to turn golden brown. So I'm going to go and grab the baking tray, and I will pour this mixture over the top of it. I've grabbed the baking tray with the potatoes in, and as you can see, they've started to go a sort of golden brown colour in places, and that's perfect. That's just what we want. So now I'm going to add the egg mixture over the top of the potatoes and try and spread it as evenly as I can across the base of this baking tray. Now this baking tray is Pampered Chef, so it's really a non-stick baking tray. So I don't really need to add any extra oil to this. But if you need to add extra oil to your baking tray, then please do. And I'm just gonna shake the egg until it's spread evenly across the base, like so. And I'm going to pop this back into the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until it starts to go a lovely golden brown colour. The omelette has been in the oven for about 25 minutes and it's got a lovely golden brown colour, as you can see. So I'm going to remove this from the oven, leave it to cool for a little while, and then I will try some and let you know how it tastes. And I'm also going to serve this with a little bit of salad as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this because it smells so good right now. That's how you make my delicious cheese and chorizo omelette, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.